and that's how my 2021 Iron 883 sounds with its stock exhaust. I've been enjoying the stock exhaust while learning how to ride my motorcycle, but now it's time to unleash the genie out of the bottle, uncork that Evolution air-cooled V-twin engine, and set it free. Alright, what's happening, guys? We're heading over to the Ace Cafe this evening to get the Snakester dyno tuned for the before performance results. What does a stock Iron 883 do on the dyno? So we can compare that to the results after we do the stage 1, see how much difference in horsepower and torque there is when you do a stage 1 from a factory stock Iron 883. Got about 2,200 miles on the Snakester 2021 XL 883N, and it should be interesting. I'm sure I'm going to impress the crowd to sleep with the stock pipes and stock configuration, and so we'll have the same dyno machine, do it before, and the same dyno machine do it after. For a new rider, for which I am, I've been pretty happy with the performance of the Iron 883. I don't know what I'm missing though, so looking forward to it. It's been a year and a couple months coming. Alright, so I'm going to duck out now and I'll meet you at the Ace. Looks like there might not be any waiting, which is cool. After some paperwork, basically a waiver form, Rhino Motorsports loaded the Sportster onto the dyno machine. Rhino Motorsports has a shop where they perform general repairs, custom builds, engine work for most makes and models. Come bike night, which is held at Ace Cafe here in downtown Orlando, you can find Rhino Motorsports with their dyno machine in attendance. Rhino Motorsports did 4 pulls of the Iron 883, running wide open throttle to red line. I was able to see the results after each pull on the monitor. A few hours after bike night, they email you the results. In stock configuration, the Iron 883 peaked at 49 horsepower and 51 foot-pounds of torque. Compared to online reports by media outlets, it compares similar, although my results were a couple foot-pounds less on the torque. I'm looking forward to next week's install. While Pedro's removing the stock exhaust, let's get our parts in order. Alright, we've got the K&N high flow air filter, which will increase the airflow into the intake, and fits the stock Harley airbox, complete with gasket. We've got a Dyno Jet Power Vision 4 flash tuner. It comes with 1 license, and I can add multiple licenses for future bikes, and it doesn't need to stay connected while riding the bike. Very cool. Here's the Gallop Flying Comet 2-in-1 exhaust, set up for reuse of the stock O2 sensors, and my custom modular brake arm from Death Metal Racing, which will hopefully allow me to use the Dominion brake pedal to complete that look. Let's see how Pedro's come along in locating the stock O2 sensors.
Disconnect the O2 sensors. The rear one is hiding over here under the side cover, and make sure you get it out of the way so it comes out with the exhaust. Same thing with the front, it was hiding over here, the plug. So remove this clip and it was underneath. That's very important. I gotta remove these. And that's a whole new process there. The best way is to use a flare wrench. So this is the best tool that I've found throughout the years that just does this super quick. It just slides in over here and gets them out super quick.
Those are the O2 sensors?
Yeah, these are the O2 sensors. And you gotta remember front and rear. And some models are specific which one is front and rear. There are different part numbers. As you can see, rear one is longer than the front one.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful with this, not let it hit the ground really hard. Cool. All right. This is the fun part. Yeah, it's pretty cool, dude. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear this thing run. You missed this bike already? It's been here for a week. Wait till we put a 1275 watt. Why is this going up over here? Yo. Yo, why are you making my life hard here? Okay, so I gotta put this one first. It goes up. That's so weird. Okay. Is that how you want to do it? Is that how you want to do it? The tight fitment all over the place. Yeah, there you go, buddy. Jesus Christ, dude. This is pure art. Dude, these guys are artists. This guy, or these guys, I don't know if it's a whole crew or not.
As far as I know, it's just this guy in his garage.
Dude, he's a genius.
He's an engineer.
He's a genius.
If you go to the website, Gallop Motorcycles, it's got a About Me section. You can read his story.
Dude, this guy, he's a genius. This is like beautiful. Holy schmo. Dude, it's impressive. It's just impressive.
The bike looks fast just with it on there.
Got like 100 horsepower just with this. So one thing in this exhaust that it's a concern to me as a technician and as a motorcycle rider and as a motorcycle builder is the fact that it doesn't have a mount. You know, it doesn't have anything that it's holding it in place from vibration.
Okay. Well,
so all that's holding it, it's the exhaust studs over here.
Yep.
And I foresee in the future, I foresee a problem here. He's going to put stress in the exhaust nuts.
So where could you attach something? Would it be?
I would attach it to the frame itself. Like this bolt over here, it would be perfect.
Okay.
To do an attach to here. Now, we can make this happen by doing it ourselves, or the guy can just say like, yeah, man, if there's an issue, I will warranty and send you a new one. You know?
Well, that could be 5 years down the road, so who knows?
It won't make it.
Oh, okay.
The way it is, if it has stress fractures, will show somewhere around here, I would say. Stress, because this is the heavier spot here. Stress fractures, something is going to happen where, you know, I just don't trust it. I've seen like in the Bassanis, the early Bassanis, even with the mounts, it would break right here. And the mounts will break too, so you got to count that the Harleys have a vibration like no other. And especially this motor that is rubber mounted, it shakes back and forth like crazy. And this exhaust without a mount to keep this from shaking, that's what I think it's going to cause a problem, you know.
All right.
This is my only takeaway. It's a beautiful exhaust system. It's art. It's pure art. I'm like super impressed. It's beautiful. Like this whole setup over here where one goes on to the other one, this goes around, like, dude, I'm super stoked. But again, I'm not an engineer. Yeah, I just built choppers and stupid stuff like that and cafe racers. And I always had the concern of doing an exhaust mount that goes, in this case it has to go to the motor, not to any part of the frame, but to the motor, because the exhaust moves with the motor.
Well, we're going to have a more in-depth episode on the Gallop exhaust. This is just the install video. We're trying to hit on all the points of stage one. We'll have an opportunity to have Gallop exhaust a part of the show, and they can answer that question directly. Look for that episode coming out soon. Don't forget to plug back in your sensors.
Wait a second. I have to redo it. It comes through the outside here, doesn't it? I mean, oh, the sensor went up now. You saw that? It goes up instead of going sideways.
You sure you got the right cables?
Yeah, there you go. And this one over here does a whole thing where it comes through here, and it goes through here, and it connects here. And slides in there. There you go.
We take out the factory supplied unit. So what's the difference between this K&N and this thing?
That's the material. This is paper. It's not reusable, although some people wash them and put it back. It's not a good idea. This is paper, and this is like a different compound that it lets it breathe better, and you can wash it and oil it and reuse it and reuse it and reuse it.
And it's already pre-oiled from the
yeah
K&N, so we don't have to add oil.
Nope. It comes ready to bolt on, ready to go. You can actually see the still oil in here.
Okay. But if we were to clean it, then you'd have to add the oil.
Yes, yes. You should clean it like every other service to check, especially here in Florida with so much dust. It's just like, it's a good measure to just do that. Not that it needs, but put a little drop here and there.
So it fits right in the factory housing.
I think we're supposed to use this.
So really for $60, it's not a bad deal.
No, no, not at all. It's the...
Got to reuse the plate.
Yep, pretty cool.
It's got the same
pattern here.
And I'll have links below in the description for that, because there are some models that don't have the same pattern.
Now we apply the torque spec. Half a turn before it snaps. I'm joking. No, I'm not.
Is there a torque spec for air cleaner?
Everything. Every bolt on this motorcycle has a torque spec.
But if you're doing this at home, what's your torque spec?
Half a turn before it snaps. Everybody has its own way of seeing that stuff is tight.
You gotta have a feel for it.
You gotta have a feel. Like for me, it's just, I'm not a certified technician anymore. I was factory trained at one point, so my idea here is always the same. It's just like everybody has a feel for it, and I just grab like this instead of grabbing over here and going like, bulk. Right. I just grab over here, and that gives me a good feel of like not snapping stuff.
You get on the end of the wrench, you might snap the bolt.
Oh yeah, guaranteed. Because it's all about leverage. So here we go. Look at that. Look at the little strand. I'm afraid of pulling on that.
Unraveling it.
Yeah, the whole thing. Like, yeah, let's leave it that. There you go. I gotta tell you one thing. If there's an easy way to remove this, I want to do it.
I saw it lift.
Me too. Dang it, man. It's gonna leave some residue. We'll clean it with some alcohol. One less stupid thing. Warnings.
It's coming off pretty clean. Did we read it though? What did it say?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Forget about it.
Ah, much better. Then you can put a K&N sticker in there. Again, my trip done.
That's it.
And that's how the cookie crumbles. And like, there you go. Here, this is
clean. 1
more horsepower just because of that, man. That was added weight. So now we're gonna do the tuner. Your communications thing for the Fire Commander is over here. You got this little bag in the way, so it's making my life miserable. There you go. That's it. All right. So
that one.
We're gonna plug in. Stay over there. We're gonna plug it in, and some lights would come on whenever we turn the bike on.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna connect it also to a trickle charger. It's because we don't want the battery to get like exhausted. Yeah, this is pretty difficult because I can't take the cover off because you got this bag. There we go. Cool. You got flashy lights in a little bit. Of course, we're not going to let it hang there by the motor.
This doesn't really do anything, right?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh, it's got 3 little things on it. Is that going to light up?
Yeah, it's going to have lights in there.
Okay. So,
use your camera, open in whatever browser you got on your phone, DynoJet, go all the way down. DynoJet, cool. And videos explaining everything, and then you download the app on the App Store. This is the one that I have Power Vision for. I have all the other ones.
Yeah, it's supposed to be brand new.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Thank you, Kenny.
And it's $100 cheaper than the previous version.
And you can use this in every motorcycle to do diagnosis. You can just, like the other ones, you can do it too, but this, I heard good things about this one. All right, now it's downloading. We just wait.
Now, of all the tuners on the market, I selected the DynoJet because I thought it was the best.
It is, for me, is the most complete and most user-friendly. And, I mean, the price itself.
It's like $369.
Yeah, it's just, you can't beat that.
Right.
On this one, you can't beat that.
Plus, DynoJet doesn't make exhaust, right? I'm buying a custom exhaust.
I mean, most of the dynos.
The dynos are DynoJet.
Yeah, it's just like makes sense to do that.
Right.
So when you do stuff like this, it's very important to put a trickle charger to it so you don't run out your battery. And the key is already in ignition, and you gotta put this on. Scan. Give it a moment there and scan. I think this is the one. It showed up immediately. Bluetooth connected. For this device, you'd like to add it to your account. Yeah. Firmware update.
Of course. It says update firmware.
Yeah, it's doing its own thing. Let's leave it over here for a little bit.
While we're waiting, we'll have some firmware update music for you.
All the information on the bike. The two maps that are available. Stage 1, stock exhaust, stock intake. Stage 2, slip-on exhaust, high flow intake. So that's the one I put on the bike. So you gotta download it and do all that. Last tune flash has that information. All you can do is pretty much diagnostics and load maps. So far this thing is very limited. It doesn't have the gauges in real time, doesn't have anything. So this is all, you can't do much with this tuner. But yeah, there you go, got blinky blink, Bluetooth, power and connection there. This is not a piggyback setup, you just load the tune and remove it. Ready for this? Do you want to be the guy pushing the button? First of all, let me see if it's not in gear, it's in neutral. You're good to go, bro, if you want to push that button.
Nice.
Sounds so good. It's not too exaggerated too, so.
All right, so now we got to go online for the software, figure out what tune we're going to do, because what was on the app was only 2 options.
And obviously, like, internet over here doesn't work that great, so I got to address that. I do have something over there, that network extender, but it doesn't reach because the house is all the way up front.
Wi-Fi bridge.
Yeah.
I know somebody.
Oh, I know a guy.
So, all right, we'll be back in just a second. Okay, and we're back. We broke the other day because we didn't have the information that we wanted to feed into the ECM.
Exactly. You only have like 2 maps showing up. You download the maps into the phone, and then you can load them up. So it seemed to me that was not enough. The maps didn't do what we needed.
So we're scrolling through, we see 2 maps. Our expectations were at least see 4, 5, 6 different options.
More than that. I would expect to see like 30 versions for, like, you know, more options. Today, I decided to load one of the maps, went for a test ride. It is okay. It's not backfire or anything. It's not overheating. But in my mind, it's not the right map. So I did call DynoJet and talked with them a little bit. And what I found out through my conversation is the only maps available are the 2 that show up for this specific model. There is options through a third party to get maps, but you pay $90-something for it. For me, that's not an option. You shouldn't be paying twice to have a product working. And then I was very curious, and I went to the website and I saw a little chart how many maps are available with this product for all the lineup of Harleys. And sadly, it wasn't a big list. I mean, each model has maybe 2 or 3 maps, very basic, something for a high flow air cleaner and slip-ons. That's all the maps they have right now. So if you only have that, this will work for you. If you decide to go further and go like different route to put cans and all that.
So if you're going to upgrade your engine, and most people that have a 2021, you're not modifying your bike yet because you're still in warranty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you shouldn't be.
You're in warranty until 2023. But Kenny Quest, new rider, breaker of warranties.
I'm here to help.
I want the candy now.
I can't wait.
I don't want to wait.
Can't wait any longer.
And that's my choice. I own the bike. But if you have a Harley product and you buy this,
very limited.
Very limited
at the moment. There's another thing I want to add to it before we keep going. So you cannot go on a road test and get information from the back from the motorcycle and auto tune it, you know?
There's no auto map with this product.
Yeah, you cannot do anything.
At this time, we don't know if there will be in the future.
Yeah, and I heard it's so very limited to do a dyno run with this, and they have to buy a special license from what the technical support guy told me. I have to look into that, and I'll have more information soon. But at the moment, it just seems this is not a product to buy. I would wait up like at least 6 months to a year before diving into this or till they have more information in the maps, I would not buy this product unless you're just doing slip-ons and...
Yeah, and we're going to keep in touch with DynoJet, so once that changes, we'll have another video that talks about...
They're a great company.
And we'll go through all the maps that are available with that product when we get that firmware update. But right now, it's not fully baked. Now, our situation. We bought it. We have an exhaust. We have a high-flow air intake. What do you think about running the base map of slip-ons and high-flow air intake that comes with this?
That's what I did. I went for a ride. From the look of it and how it sounded, it did not overheat. It's not backfiring. For me, that tells me the mixture is not lean. Lean is dangerous. Rich, not so much, especially here in Florida where it's hot. You actually want the bike more on the richer side, but not too much, of course. So the bike was not backfire. It's not overheating. It's running flawless. So, and the RPMs are dropping once it's warm to where it's supposed to. So for now, we can work for this.
So I guess what's left? Just to ride it, right?
Yeah, what's left is to ride it.
I'm sure these people watching the video are like, come on, get to the exhaust demonstration first.
I want to hear that exhaust.
I want to hear it.
Yep, sounds really good. Should we start it in here? It's going to be loud.
Well, we should go outside.
Yeah, and actually get a good reading from it, like, you know, good.
Yeah, so let's go outside. Welcome back. We're heading to the Ace Cafe for the post-stage 1 Dyno Run. It'll be very interesting to see if we improve on the horsepower and torque numbers, how much that factory exhaust and air intake deprive the bike of horsepower and torque, if anything. I have no expectations. No target goals of any sort. Have not researched or talked to anybody about what I might encounter and experience on the dyno. I'll throw up the before numbers here. As you can see, through the different gears, there's different numbers, but they're almost identical. Around 49 and 50. So if I get 52, 55, that'd be kind of cool. But who knows what's going to happen. Let's look at the performance numbers from the dyno run. As you can see, I gained about 1.5 horsepower and 4 foot-pounds of torque. And Rhino Motorsports told me that the power band is increased in RPM to over 3,500 to peak power, where before it was around 2,800. So I'm really, really pleased with the results. Even though it sounds kind of small, 1.5 horsepower, 4 to 5 foot-pounds of torque, the sound, the feel that I get on the Iron 83, the Snakester, is everything I was looking for. And I'm just really, really happy. This whole experience with the Stage 1 was really, really awesome. Big shout out to Wander Moto for putting it all together for me, and a huge shout out to Andy at Gallop Motorcycles. His art and craftsmanship with the Comet exhaust is just unbelievable. And I want to thank you, that's right, you guys, for coming along with me on this one. Without you guys being there and watching, it wouldn't have been as much fun. And like I said in the video, we got a couple more videos coming up, a detailed review of the Gallop 2-in-1 exhaust, and also a in-depth review of the Dyno Jet Power Vision 4 tuner. We got some more information from DynoJet and speaking with them, and that's going to be coming out pretty soon. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you can see when those videos hit. Thanks a lot for coming along. I'm Kenny Quest. If you ride, keep that shiny side up. And if you don't ride, what are you waiting for? There's a motorcycle out there that you can do a stage 1 with your name on it. Take care. I'm Kenny Quest. Thanks for watching. If you like Harley Davidson products, the Harley Davidson lifestyle, follow my channel, where I embark on a journey of a lifetime, diving headfirst into motorcycle culture, modifying my Harley Davidson motorcycles, traveling, and having a good time. If you like my vibe, I encourage you to subscribe. See you next time.